History is written by the victors, but modern politics and propaganda often rewrite it. For decades, one of the greatest historical illusions has been pushed to the world, that Alexander the Great was a Greek king, and that his empire was a Greek empire. But if we open the actual ancient documents, written by the people who lived in his time, we discover a truth that many today are desperately trying to hide. Alexander was not Greek. He fought against the Greeks, conquered their city-states, and led a Macedonian army. How was one of the greatest empires in history artificially rebranded? Let's look at the facts. To understand who Alexander truly was, we must first look at how the ancient Greeks viewed the Macedonians in the 4th century BC. In the Greek world of that era, in Athens, Sparta, and Thebes, Macedonians were never considered Greek. On the contrary, to them, Macedonians were barbarians, a term the Greeks used for anyone who was not of Greek blood, did not speak the Greek language, and did not share their societal structure. The most famous Athenian orator and politician of that time, Demosthenes, in his public speeches known as the Philippics, described Alexander's father, Philip II of Macedon, with these exact words: "He is not only no Greek, nor related to Greeks, but not even a barbarian from any place that can be named with honor." Furthermore, ordinary Macedonians were strictly forbidden from participating in the ancient Olympic Games, because the Olympics were reserved exclusively for those of pure Greek lineage. Modern Greek narratives claim that Philip and Alexander unified Greece. But throughout history, unification is never done with fire and sword against those you claim to be your own people. In 338 BC, the decisive Battle of Chaeronea took place. On one side stood the united Greek city-states of Athens and Thebes, and on the other side, the Macedonian army led by Philip II and his 18-year-old son, Alexander. In this battle, Alexander commanded the Macedonian cavalry, which completely crushed the Greek forces. The Macedonians didn't unify the Greeks. They conquered them, subjugated them, and placed harsh Macedonian garrisons in Athens, Corinth, and Thebes. Later, when the Greek city of Thebes rebelled against Macedonian rule, Alexander burned the entire city to the ground and sold its surviving population into slavery as a terrifying warning to all other Greeks. It is often argued that Alexander spoke the Greek language and was tutored by Aristotle. But education never changes one's ethnicity. In the ancient world, Greek was what English is today. The lingua franca, the language of diplomacy, philosophy, and international trade. But among themselves, Macedonian soldiers and officers spoke their own distinct Macedonian language, a language the Greeks could not understand. The ancient Roman historian Quintus Curtius Rufus describes a trial of a Macedonian general where Alexander directly asks him, "Will you speak in Macedonian, your native tongue, so that the soldiers may understand you?" Furthermore, during a heated argument in Asia between Alexander and his general Clitus the Black, Alexander shouted to his bodyguards in the Macedonian language, which, according to Plutarch, was a sign of extreme emergency, as it was his native mother tongue reserved only for critical moments among his fellow Macedonians. Alexander never created a Greek empire. He created a Macedonian empire which he later merged with Persia. He declared himself king of Asia, adopted Persian court customs, and forced his Macedonian generals to marry Persian noblewomen. This caused several mutinies among his Macedonian soldiers, who refused to share their Macedonian heritage with conquered nations. When Alexander died in Babylon in 323 BC, his generals, the Diadochi, Ptolemy, Seleucus, Antigonus, divided his empire. All of them were Macedonians, and their dynasties ruled Egypt and Asia for centuries strictly as Macedonian rulers. So why does modern history try to erase this distinction? Because in the 19th and 20th centuries, with the rise of modern nation-states, ancient history became a powerful geopolitical weapon. Modern Greece monopolized the ancient world to build its national identity, claiming the victories of their former conqueror, Alexander the Great. But ancient historical sources from Arrian, Plutarch, Polybius, and Demosthenes are overwhelmingly clear. Alexander was born in Pella, of Macedonian royal blood, commanded a Macedonian army, conquered the Greek world, and claimed the known universe as king of Macedon. What do you think about this historical controversy? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into hidden history.